Hi there, it's Lianne, Phillipson registered nutritionist. And I was asked a really interesting question today. And I thought, as she asked me this question, maybe this is something that everybody else in my community would need to know about. It's also February, so it's Heart Month. And this question was particularly pertaining to this woman's heart health. She asked me, what do I do to support, what do I need to eat to support my cardiac output? So obviously really specific. We didn't go into too many details. So I just answered the question and broke it down for her so that she really would understand where I was coming from. And I said, okay, so, and this is just kind of how my brain works when I get asked these questions. So what I said was, okay, so your heart is a muscle, and it has 1.5 million, I don't know, millions and millions of cells in it. And what is it that we need to do to keep all of our cells in our body really super healthy? Well, that actually is antioxidants are the number one thing that sprung to my mind in this particular conversation. There's tons and tons of things that our bodies need, but in this conversation, that's what came to me because she was asking me about food. And when you think, okay, what does my heart need? My heart needs antioxidants? What are you talking about? Well, that means that your heart needs colors. It needs all those incredible, colorful foods, from reds to purples to greens to the red, the deep, deep red that you find in beets in particular. All the greens that I know you don't love to eat, the spinach, the kale, the collard greens, broccoli, just any kind of green, leafy green is just incredible for helping to keep the cell structure and the damage that can happen to cells, whether that's internal or whether you have a scar somewhere in your body, or maybe you're getting wrinkles now because you're getting older, or there's sun damage. All that's happening with those cells is some damage. So when you think of keeping anything healthy, so cardiac output would just happen to be the question today, but I just wanted to take it back to what's the foundation that we really need to understand when you're looking at any given situation. And I said to her, in particular, there's one food which is absolutely incredible for blood flow, and that is something that she said that she needed help with: cardiac output, flow. And I said, okay, so let's look at, it's a bit of a jump from the cardiac health, but kind of not really. Let's look at erectile dysfunction. So you tend to think about that situation of not enough blood flow for a man, not enough blood flow happening. And the number one food for that happens to be beets. Who knew? Well, I knew. I've talked about that. I've talked about that a lot on radio and also on TV and to clients and in videos. So it certainly is a food that I recommend far more now that I understand it, and understanding the link with the nitric oxide is absolutely huge. So what that means is it helps blood flow. And she actually shared that she herself, for this situation, was taking Cialis. And you would typically think that that was not really something for a woman to take, but in low doses, then it's very useful for her condition. So there we have it. And of course, that is used in higher doses for any situation of erectile dysfunction or needing more blood flow. So we're talking about the same kind of thing. So what I said to her was, as many colors as you can get into the day. Blueberries in your smoothie, blackberries, strawberries, like color, deep colors. Because if you think about your beets, they're super strong in color. They stain your fingers, they stain on the chopping board, they stain absolutely everything. And that is actually one of the ingredients in both Skin Boost and Kid Boost. I've got some over my shoulder right here. It might be backwards on this video, but this is the Skin Boost here. These are the other two supplements that I recommended for her. Vitamin C is absolutely incredible, again, for that cellular structure and for repair. Vitamin C also helps to knock off cholesterol from from any arteries. And numerous studies over years and years and years have shown this for such a long time. So that's the alka-C right there, which also has a ton of minerals in it. And then we want the cells to be able to, be able to have fluids going in, potassium, sodium going in and out, and be able to detoxify. And we really want them not to be hard. And, kind of if you think of like a piece of wood or anything like that, it's a very, very strong structure. So the cellular membrane needs to move, and what that needs is fats. So that's the Omega Boost, the third one that I've got over here. So these 3 supplements over my show, there's lots more, don't get me wrong, but very generally speaking, for heart health, which anybody, whether it is cardiac output, whether it is that you just need to support your health because you're super stressed. My podcast, I think it's my 5th episode, is a story of a woman who had a heart attack at age 39, living a very normal life, or what you would think, but obviously a lot of stress going on there. So this all ties in together. It's all super, super important to understand, because we don't really take into account how much stress we're under, or if you have a pre-existing condition, like this woman that asked me this question this morning, then we need to have these conversations. We need to look at the foods that we're eating. So have tons of green leafy vegetables, loads and loads and loads of plant-based foods, which also include nuts and seeds and beans and hummus. Tons of recipes are in my both my books, Sprout Right Family Food, my most recent one. And really getting in the fish, the lean meats for the most part. I'm not saying avoid all saturated fat entirely, but it's an important one to get into your body as well. So if you have any further questions that you want me to answer on a video or anything else, please do get in touch at Lianne at sproutright.com, info@sproutright.com. You can hit me up on social media, either Sprout Right or Lianne Phillipson on Instagram, and also on Facebook, and then Sprout Right on Twitter. And I'm always creating more content and always need to know your questions, because if you've got this question, somebody else probably does too. Take good care, and I'll see you soon.